Greetings, minions, survivalists, and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade playing 7 Days to Die, 18.4, and I just heard a zombie, and this is episode 111. Writing that one in. I'm not seeing anything. Doesn't mean there's nothing out there. Alright, well, anyways, gonna kind of use this episode to just kind of talk about the elephant in the room and the fact that I took 2 weeks off. One of the things I deal with is stress. And stress affects people in multiple ways. There's the mental, and like anxiety, depression. Haha, there's somebody. And it didn't kill him. Well, maybe it did. So yeah, there's depression, there's anxiety, there's being cranky, being crabby, etc. Just mood kind of things that stress affects. And then there's the physical. Some people get ulcers. They're just tense all the time. And there's other ways stress can deal with you. None of them are pleasant. And I've been dealing with a exponentially growing amount of stress, particularly lately. None of it has really to do with the Kung Flu, because, well, my mom, my dad, and I were most susceptible to the negative, really bad effects of Kung Flu. We've been staying home. I stay home most times anyways. I'm not one to get out much. I don't really care for it. And the rare times that I do, I go out late at night or near the time that a place is closing, when there's not many people around, and I could just get in, get out, and get back home. So on that front, no worries. My sister, though, she's been doing all the shopping and trying to limit herself to being the only one if she's in contact with Kung Flu. We can kind of isolate it, type of thing. Keep her isolated from us if we have to. But so yeah, that the Kung Flu, all the furor that the media makes it out to be, and all that doesn't really add to the stress. But it's kind of like this. Imagine swimming. And I'm not a very, very strong swimmer, but I could swim fairly well. But imagine that you're doing a lap in a swimming pool, and every few minutes someone ties a 5-pound weight to your ankle as you're trying to swim. And you could do it. It's hard, but you can do it. You don't immediately sink because, you can swim through it. But eventually, it just gets to where you're tired out all the time, and it just starts dragging you down. And Yeah, little son of a bitch. There we go. Sheesh. But yeah, you just get slowly, gradually, it builds up to the point where you just can't take it anymore. And you just start to go under, and you come back up and get a breath, and you just getting more and more tired. And that's kind of where I was for the past couple weeks. Just all kinds of things. I mean, there's some things that are family, other things that are just based on, you know, things I'm doing business-wise. It's just many things, many different avenues for where stress just, it all comes from, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I took 1 week off, and because I the way I figured it, you know, 1 week, it's, everybody deserves a week off, you know? It's just how it is. Everybody needs a break. And I could deal with one week being off. But then it got to be where it's like, man, things are not getting better. You know, it just it would affect the way I do videos. You know, I try not to put anything on, but at the same time, I try not to pile on negative stuff on you guys. Yeah, I kind of want things to be fun, right? And it just wasn't having fun with the level of stress I was under. I couldn't fake it. It's just not within me to do that. So I was like, yeah, I got to take another week off. But I can't take a week after that off. And here we are. You know, this is that week where I'm not taking a week off. I didn't want to take the week off, partly because, you know, some of you guys don't follow me on Twitter, and I'm no longer doing Facebook because that's just a mess. And I don't really even like Twitter, except that it keeps me connected with Hal and Grandma Shirley, Sharky, and others. And it just, you know, alright, that's like one point of contact. I'm going to eliminate all the things on Twitter that just don't pertain to gaming, if I can. Sometimes that's just not how it turns out. But yeah, I just gotta cut out all the things that I can that are just stressing me out. And so I went through it, deleted nearly half of the things I was following, and it did make things a little bit better. But still, you know, it's 3 weeks, and it's like I have to do videos, not just to inform you guys and to entertain you guys, but it's just my mental getaway. Also, for the sake of my channel, because I am trying to grow my channel, and I want it to be successful. And if it seems like with YouTube, take a week off, or 2 weeks off, or even 3 weeks off, you're just dooming yourself. You're undoing months of work, months of, you know, talking to you guys. It just seems that, you know, oh, well, so and so isn't making videos anymore. Well, unsubscribe. It's like, oh. And I know most of you guys that comment, Amorphous, Jim, Pamela, you know, you guys that comment the most, you know, you guys are the diehards. You guys are most likely going to stick around. I don't want to take that for granted or anything, but yeah, it's just, I had to get back to this because you know, just I haven't been growing in the last 2 years, not really. And that's frustrating. That's also added to some of the stress. You know, it's just like spinning my wheels going nowhere for 2 years, and I've done enough of that. But yeah, so I had to take a break, and you know, you guys may or may not understand where YouTubers come from. You know, we got lives outside of making these videos, and you know, there's people that do this as a business. There's people that do this just for the jollies, and people kind of do this for both. In my case, I want to grow my channel. I want to be successful, but I don't want to make it all about the numbers and get all caught up in it, which, you know, I really haven't. I've been pretty sane in terms of how I look at it. Or at least I hope I've been pretty sane. Maybe I'm not seeing it, but yeah, this period in time has just been harsh. Now, the time that I'm recording this, it's actually the opposite of the time that I usually record this. I'm doing this at 1:30 in the afternoon, and I never really record in the afternoons. I record in the early morning. So if you guys hear a lawnmower, if you hear gunshots, if you hear the wailing and crying and screeching of babies, hell, if somebody comes knocking on my door for any reason, you'll just have to excuse that, and I'll just keep playing on through. I have a sign outside my door that says "Do not disturb," but that doesn't mean everybody's gonna listen to it, especially if some emergency comes up. But yeah, and I really don't know what I'm going to be doing, because it's been a while since I've been in the game, and I don't know exactly what I had planned. You know, that was 2-3 weeks ago. All I know is that we're coming up on another Horde night, and this should be interesting how it turns out. Let's go inside and see what the ammo situation is. You know, one of the things is, you know, I could deal with stress, you know, the mental stress. I could deal with that. I'm pretty mentally strong, at least in that regard. I do get kind of crabby and snap at people sometimes. That's like right after I wake up. But we all have breaking points. All of us. Some have much more endurance than others, and it's just kind of the way we're wired, I guess. But yeah, here's the thing. Maybe next week I might even take another break. I can't promise anything on that, but you know, it's still going on. It just try to make things better on myself, easier on myself, so that it's not so damn overwhelming. I can't go in, I can, but I don't want to go into detail as to what is and what isn't stressing me out, because there's too many things. I mean, it's like an avalanche. At least that's how it's felt last few weeks. A lot of the problem is, you know, it's starting to affect my sleep schedule, and my sleep schedule is chaotic as frick. So I'm already screwing myself with that. And the stress just further, you know, messes it all up. And then you got the seasonal shit, so it's like, you know, stuffy nose or plugged sinuses, and that kind of little penny adding stuff will screw it up for me. Anyways, let's see that. Alright, that should get done soon. But yeah, if you don't see a video on a Monday morning, then you know I'm just taking a break, and I usually will post about it on Twitter, and you know, try to get the word out, but you know, just bear with me. I'm only human-ish. I mean, you never know. I could be like Mark Zuckerberg, you know, half reptilian, half robot. I guess that's the thing. Yeah. Don't know what I want to do. Let me think here. I think better with something nice, cold and wet in my mouth. You know, if last time I visited that was on the 29th, so it should emphasis, should be ready to pick up. I've got 2 points to spend. And I don't even remember what I wanted to spend it on. I'm so lost in this right now. Yeah, I'm kind of a mess right now because I can't figure out where I was and what I wanted to do, and I might just spend the morning going to crack a book, going to Shuck a Messiah, working stiffs, and after that, depending on what my ammo situation is, well, it shouldn't be too bad. Dang it. Surprised I can remember even where all this stuff's at. So yeah, the ammo looks alright. So I probably won't need to go to my mine and dig up some nitrate and all that. So I don't have anybody coming into the farm there. No. Anyways, I think that's about all I can do for right now. I know this is going to be a bit of an early episode, you know, a short episode, but I kind of said what I can, you know, said my piece, and I haven't really figured out where I'm going to go with the game right now. So if you don't mind, and if you do mind, it's just tough, but I think we'll close it off here. We'll not talk about stress anymore. And with the next episode, we'll go and do something worthwhile. But I had to get you guys caught up onto what's going on and why and all that. So anyways, I apologize that this episode wasn't all action or anything useful per the game, but you're all caught up now, at least with some of the details. And with that, I say thanks for watching, and see you later. Twitch.